Hey guys, Rob with AIM. Just wanted to discuss diaphragmatic breathing. A lot of you have seen it in your training notes, and we wanted to actually illustrate it. We've had a lot of emails and questions about it. Essentially, the thing that you want to be thinking about is the body has a tendency to work in what we call a flight or fight syndrome, where we tend to breathe in the upper portion of our chest. That becomes very detrimental as an athlete, because what happens is, if you can imagine, the lungs run 3/4 of the length of your chest. If you're only using the top 25%, you have this bottom half that can increase your oxygen uptake. It's kind of like free money out on the course. So we just kind of want to talk about how to engage that muscle. It's been said in numerous publications that the diaphragm is probably one of the most underused muscles in the human performance world. So we just kind of want to give you an illustration of what it looks like, give you a couple things that you can do to try to improve your ability to capitalize on it, not only when you're trying to relax, but also in the heat of competition. The one thing you want to be thinking about is we need to get your belly to where it actually distends while you're exercising. It's not so bad if you're riding your bicycle and you're bent over. It's easy to let the belly drop, okay? The difficult one is if you're using this for running, okay? It's difficult because the abdominals are sitting upright and they're very tight. The more you work on abdominal strength, the more it just makes it more difficult, if you will, because the abdominals are running up and down, and here you are running and moving forward. The idea of your belly actually moving forward. Now notice I'm not arching my back. I'm just filling my belly up, almost trying to make myself look pregnant. The idea is you're trying to actually fill the lower part of the abdomen up with air. The tendency is when you first try this, you'll find your chest. You want to do that. That's not where it's at. You want to start down low. We say fill up your belly button first, and then it'll channel up into the upper portions of your lungs, okay? So the difficult part is when you're running, especially when you're running fast and hard, to teach yourself to relax the abdominal cavity enough that you can diaphragmatically breathe. So you think about almost like a cheetah after it gets done running. The belly is actually distending as it's breathing heavily. We want you to think about that same illustration as an athlete, okay? So as you're running along, what you want to be thinking about is as you inhale through your mouth, you want to feel like that's bypassing the top of your lungs and coming into the lower part of the abdomen, all right? The only way to do that is to actually think about diaphragmatic breathing, which is a big muscle that is inside. It almost is like a reverse balloon. As you breathe in deep, it creates a vacuum, if you will, that fills the lungs up. If you feel yourself filling up with your chest, you're not engaging but about 25% of the diaphragm muscle itself. And it's just that, a muscle, and it can get stronger the more you train it, all right? We're going to show you how you can work this skill and this drill at home. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lie, whether you do this at night before you go to bed or you just practice it during the day. What you're going to do is just lay nice and flat, put one hand on your belly button and put one hand on your chest, okay? And what you want to get in the habit of doing is learning how to move this hand on your belly button first. So if you'll watch my right hand, you'll notice that the right hand moves first and then the left hand fills up second. And then when I exhale, again, you want to fill the stomach up first, and then it'll come up the channel into the upper part of the lungs. Then when you exhale, you want to make sure you completely exhale. This is the second half of diaphragmatic breathing. A lot of people think it only is in reference to inhalation, but it's all about exhalation. You need to completely deplete your lungs so you're ready to actually inhale again. Okay? And that's the pattern that you're after. I know it sounds like a really crazy idea and a concept, but think about it this way. If I've got my lungs completely inflated and I only deflate 10 or 15% of my lungs, I'm only going to fill back up that 10 or 15%. Well, the air that's trapped in the bottom of the lungs is going to become old and stale. It has no fresh oxygen. So when your muscles are working at a high level of intensity, or you're going long distance with a slightly lower intensity, your goal is to deliver as much oxygen as possible. So to make that a reality, focus on breathing through your diaphragm. It's going to increase the percentage of oxygen that's coming into the working muscles, and you will see a direct influence on your workouts. If you have any questions, email us, Robb, R-O-B-B, the number 3, @earthlink.net. Thanks for watching.